Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Great. The floor is yours.
Oh, thank you. Well, I have to echo what others have said. I'm very grateful to you, Susie, for your hard work, to Elizabeth Leah-Voss, to Joe Loria for doing this, and for including me. It is quite an honor, really, to be in solidarity with everyone that I've participated in these vigils with. Some I know I have met in the flesh, like Ray McGovern and some others, but I've made new friends as well, and I've learned a lot too. I think I'm a pretty well-informed person. I thought I knew all about WikiLeaks. I knew all about Julian Assange, but I didn't. And so my education moved forward as a result of participating in these online vigils. And I am better able to talk about WikiLeaks and Julian and to make the case for his freedom, for Chelsea Manning's freedom, as a result of being involved in this effort. And as Ray said, it's so important. Sometimes I think we don't realize how isolated we can become because we're always told our opinion doesn't count and it's unpopular and it's just you and two other people in a bubble. And but that's not true. That's a lie, and they tell it for a reason. But there are thousands of people in this country, millions of people all over the world who believe in what we're doing, who want real democracy and true freedom of the press, which we don't have. And, we all of us are from countries or in countries that are allegedly democratic, and they're always bragging about it. We're a free country in America. We're always told we're the president's the leader of the free world and all that crap. And instead we have the Five Eyes. And instead we have surveillance, which impacts everyone's life. And instead we have collusion between the media and the people who are persecuting Julian and Chelsea. And this is democracy. It's what we often say at Actions, right? This is what democracy looks like. Well, this is democracy. It's not them letting us vote every now and again. It's us using our voices to speak and to bring attention to people and to issues who are unpopular, usually unpopular because they're lied about. That's certainly the case with Julian. We're told he's a rapist. We're told he's, it's his fault Trump won. All these things, all these lies about hacks that didn't take place. We all know this stuff by now. But every bit of truth, every opportunity to speak the truth, to enlighten the public, builds democracy, builds solidarity amongst all of us, and builds the democracy that people, like to crow about, but not really participate in any meaningful way. So again, I want to thank you, and I want to thank everyone because we support each other, don't we? And for all of your solidarity over these many months.
Margaret, I've just been thrilled to have you here because you're so much more experienced than I am. And your writing is so strong. You don't pull any punches, and you have brilliant clarity around who is really pulling the strings in this world. And you are no holds barred about calling them out and holding them to account. And that is really attractive to me because I love people who can do that. There's not that many people who do that. Most people deal with the surface of things, but you get right underneath what's going on and you attack it at the root. And I really love that. And it's been a huge pleasure for me that you have supported this movement and been part of this movement. Yourself, Ray, John, others here who, like I said, far, far more experienced and credentialed people than I am. You bring a level of credibility to this that we otherwise could never have provided ourselves. And you take risks by putting your faces and your words and your love into this movement. And I actually said in a letter to all the participants when I explained what we were doing this week, I said, despite any criticism that has come our way, not one single participant of this movement has ever balked at criticism or turned their back on the movement. Nobody has walked. Everybody has been staunch and held the line for Julian all the way through. And I think that speaks to all of your integrity as people and the genuine heart from which you support Julian and your genuine interest in his freedom and in press freedom and freedom of information that you do that. And I thank you so much for that. This movement has been a dream to administrate. I've been involved in lots of big movements in New Zealand. I've seen a lot of the drama that comes with that. Comparatively, Unity4J internally has been drama-free. And the criticism that has come at us has been from a tiny, minuscule fraction of the number of people that we've touched. I mean, it would be probably overstating it to say that 2% of respondents have been critical. That would probably be overstating it. And like I said, of our 100 participants, not one has ever walked in 15 months. And that's just unheard of and amazing. And I thank you all for creating that environment, that strong environment of solidarity that has allowed this project to flourish. It's just been exceptional.
You're welcome. Well, you know, this is a fight that's not for the faint of heart. So I think by its very nature, it's going to attract people who are in for the long haul and know the risks. There are some, but are willing to take them anyway, because it is vital that we defend Julian, that we defend Chelsea, and we speak out against the state power that spans many countries that has taken away their freedom. So you're welcome, and thank you all.
I think it just those testimonials they're just making it clear what we've accomplished, and you know, that there are people who are literally in the courtroom or fighting. I was reading Patrick's tweets earlier today, fighting to get access to see Julian, even though by video link, and being able to tell the world how he's being treated, and people who are persons of great accomplishment, like Dr. Hayase. It just shows you again this bond we've created personally, and what we are achieving in Julian's case, and what we can continue to achieve. And I don't think it's a surprise that you see people echoing similar sentiments in their statements about Unity4J. We are upholding democracy. We are protecting democracy. It's not the people with the positions who protect democracy. We do. We have to protect it for ourselves. Their goal is to take it from us. And so it's important to have organizing like this, because that determines whether we are truly free or not. And I also wanted to say about Daniel Ellsberg, someone I was a kid during that case, the Pentagon Papers case, and again, I thought I knew about his case. I did not know that the Nixon administration tried to bribe the judge, and that is why Daniel Ellsberg didn't end up in prison for the rest of his life. But that's an example of what I'm talking about, of how the people must fight back against the powerful. That's the only way we maintain democracy and maintain the freedom that we always say we want.